Could you tell us a little bit more about the indigo children and the crystal children? Because I know what you're talking about, but someone who's never heard of these terms, how would you describe a crystal child?
For me, the creator talks about in the book the indigo and crystal children, and my experience of the indigos are they're the way showers. They're the ones that came down here with all this really karmic stuff and agreed they're going to go through, like with the swords, and open the door for the higher consciousness of the crystal ones to come through. Because the crystal vibration is so high. I mean, as you look at crystals like prisms, you see the light shining in them, you see all the rainbow energy. So the vibration of the planet was not high enough yet for these crystal children to really come down. So the indigos came together like the flower children, the 60s children. You know, my experience of those are the indigos that collectively opened the door to love, to peace, to harmony, you know, whatever their agreement was. And so we've been through that cycle, and now the crystal ones are coming down and they're remembering who they are. They're coming down so conscious. They still have such a conscious connection to God, to spirit, the source, whatever you want to call it. So they're coming down here totally awake. So I feel like the indigos opened the door for them, and now the crystal ones are coming down. And again, they're the future of our world. So it's really important that as adults, that we hold the light and the consciousness and the energy for them to really wake up and do what their agreement is, to assist this planet, to assist the consciousness of the planet to come home with creation, not wait until we leave and then remember again who we were. It's like they're totally conscious and they're assisting us to bring that consciousness to the planet now.
Are all the children being born now crystal children?
It's not my experience that they are, no.
So how can you detect a crystal child?
Well, they're usually very conscious. I mean, I have several grandchildren and they're all really conscious beings. Where my granddaughter that you met, Amy, when she was young, I felt shy, intimidated around her because she was so conscious. And I've been doing this work for years and I thought I knew a little bit. But compared to her consciousness or energy, I felt like I knew nothing. And now she's really waking up into that part of herself. So as adults, when we look at these children, you will know the consciousness. When they speak to you, they're very, very aware and conscious. They just come through with it, like the larger picture of the world and what's going on here. So I feel like it's really important that we hold the light for them to be able to move into that light part of themselves instead of connecting to all of the sorrow and the grief and the karmic completion that's going on.
And how can we help them?
Okay.
How can we assist the crystal children?
Okay. I know that you're very interested in the crystal, the indigo children. And I feel like it's what you're talking about, coming together, having platforms, schools, whatever, where they're so acknowledged. And even if we can't put a school together for them, we can put like platforms together where they can come together at different times, really come together, meet each other, know that they're not alone down here in what they're going through, so that they also connect collectively with each other. Gives them hope and excitement to go forward. Again, it plugs them into who they really are here. So I feel like it's very important, like you're doing, to bring the parents together so that parents become aware and consciousness of the gifts that these children hold. And parents don't understand. So when they come together with other parents or others such as yourself that is a crystal child, that has so much understanding, you're educating the parents. So the parents then can assist the children. It's like everything's about education. You know, if people don't understand, they don't know what they're dealing with or how to do it or what's going on here. So again, if schools can't be formed, I think we can educate parents, and parents can come together in groups bring their children together, and like children come together in playtime, or so it's like that consciousness, bringing the children together, like attracts like, so that they hold the light for one another and they don't feel like something's wrong with them. Because my experience, so many of these children feel like, because they're so gifted and the vibration of the planet right now is going through so much, they just feel like they've been kind of put down here on the wrong planet. Like, where do I go? What do I do? And they feel this great emptiness and loneliness and grief and sorrow inside of themselves. So as we come together collectively, and they know that they're not alone, that there are so many others just like them that have the same feelings, the same emotions they have. And again, educating the parents and the children. Because again, I believe, they are the future of our world. The Indigos they're sometimes a little older, like I am. Many of us, again, that are kind of the way showers have gone forward, like I said, and opened the doors for the crystals and the new ones that are coming through. So again, I feel like the Indigos are the older ones that are more mature in consciousness. So we open the door for the crystal ones to come through. And now what's happening, I feel like when we came down here, it was pretty dense here as far as the consciousness, the 60s and all of that, the flower children. So we open the door for the higher consciousness. And the crystal children coming through now are waking up like this. It's like beings that maybe didn't understand they were the crystal child or whatever, they're boom. Because I work with a lot of people and I'm just shocked or amazed at how quickly people are waking up. And I have other friends that say, God, I feel envious. I'm so jealous. I've been doing this work for years. And, someone comes to my workshop or whatever and they've got it, in an hour. So I feel like those are the crystals. And again, the Indigos held the doorway for them to be here, or opened the vibration so it could be high enough for the crystal ones to be able to come down here and survive in the frequency. Because everything's frequency. Everything is color and sound. The Creator talks about it in the book. So the crystal children are, again, that prism. When you hold a crystal and the sun comes into it, you see all of the rainbow energies. So had they come down before, like I said, the vibration wasn't high enough for them. As parents, we need to come together with other children also and create other experiences for them. So they're not going to be so plugged into the TV and, whatever. It's like it's an escape that's going on. And my granddaughter that's so gifted, she's on Facebook, the computer, all the time. It's been her connection to others of light consciousness. So I feel like as children start coming together with each other in an experience of like laughter and joy and happiness and fun and other ways of really creating their life, they're not going to be so plugged into this because they feel so separate. I feel like watching TV or computer or whatever is kind of an escape for them. But it's like children going to camp. For so many years, children would go to camp together and experience whatever fun and joy and happiness. So I feel like for these children, it's the same thing. They need to be removed from these surroundings for a while so that they have this other experience also. And from the other experience, they're going to plug into who they are, and they're going to want more of that. And after a while, watching the TV or computer or whatever is going to be a lesser vibration for them. Again, everything is energy. And when they start plugging into that source, they really remember who they are. But as adults, we must come together collectively. And many times at first, the children might be kicking and screaming like I was when I went to the Holistic Health College. But once they get there, they're going to feel, oh, I'm home. So that's why I brought my granddaughter to Sweden, and she did my 5-day workshop. The first few days of the workshop, she's, no, I don't believe in any of this. And then the third day, she plugged in, and she said, it's everything she knew, but didn't know that she knew. So as we can bring these children together, same thing, through whatever process, not the workshop I'm doing, but processes that younger children can really connect with and get, it's going to be the same thing for them. They're going to remember who they are. It's like everything that they knew but didn't know that they knew. It's going to reconnect them to themselves.
How old is your granddaughter?
She's 19.
19.